All right, next up we got Thomas. Canu, no problem, man. Looks good, dude. Lettuce and tomatoes. Lettuce and tomatoes? Okay. Thomas. Makes you look tan. I am tan. At least right now. See? See how white? It's accurate because that is quite white. Hey, thanks, Curious. Oh, my eyes. I'm sorry. All right. Blaster. Just scroll through this real quick. So there's some elements on this that are really strong, and there's some elements that feel a little weak just because of the way the geometry is shaped. This is quite high poly, and I mean, I guess the way with the poly count being where it's at, it's odd that you're optimizing it like this right here. I'm not sure. Let me see what the... Trying to understand why that's like that. Maybe because there's a dent there. I don't know. But then you have areas like this where it's quite low and the bevels are really tight. Having a consistent beveling is important. Later, graffiti. Short and sweet. That's how we like it, buddy. You guys can go and check him out after our stream. He should still be streaming, I think. Yeah. I think I auto-host him, so once I end, it'll just hop over to him. He's dope. Trust me. Yeah, so see here, it feels quite low poly, but like up here, it's feeling all right. Like these are pretty rounded. And when you're making a weapon, I think the most important areas are like right by where the scope and the trigger is. And let's see here. Like this angle right here, this is important. Because this is how it's viewed, right? You would scope in, you'd fire, and then you go back to this. The environment this is being displayed in too is a little dark, I think. Let's I don't want to linger on it too much, because you got other stuff to look at of yours. Base color, metalness, tay roughness. So the other thing you could do with your roughness is probably add a little bit more range. Like this is really soft in this gradation here. Maybe there's a little bit more contrast between how the transition goes from one to the other. You probably get a better visual outcome. Like, see that highlight? Like, I'd love to see that highlight breaking up like it is here. There's a lot of information going on there. In the other areas, it gets kind of odd. So, wait, can I wire? Can I wire? Yeah, there's a lot of extra geometry in here that I feel like you're not utilizing. Like, that's pretty high poly. Overall, though, I mean, it looks like the blaster, which is cool. Oh, there's some crazy stuff here. What is that? Oh, it's just the clipping. I see. Yeah, be careful with this stuff, because, like, if you get that in game, this is going to, like, bake in a really strange way. Classic Bluetooth. What's up, man? Classical. Whoa. Like, strings Bluetooth? Like, wind instruments Bluetooth? Yeah, that's cool, though. Let's go ahead and move on to the next stuff. Oh yeah, how long ago was that one? That was 2 years ago. So let's see where the progress is. So this is a year later. I like this presentation with the wire. It's kind of cool. We'll just look at the real time. So detail-wise, I like the details that are going on in here. The material here looks pretty cool. The bevel here is really tight. Let me... Yeah, so yeah, that bevel is super, super tight. And because of that, you're getting this really sharp highlight that's actually highlighting how low poly things are. Like, don't be afraid to add geometry in here to round things out. Like, use as much geo that is needed in order to sell the shape, right? That's the best advice I think I can give on geometry usage. Like, since you're paying for these guys, I would even extrude these out a little bit further just so they stick out a little bit more. And then probably even, like, yeah, so you have a bevel on them, but maybe, like, weighting the normals on them so that the light wraps around the edge and you get the highlight on there nice. Yeah, right now you're not getting, it's like quite a hard edge. And then these bigger areas here, like this could be twice the poly count, maybe even 3 times. And then you could bevel this edge and bevel that edge so that you get the nice light wrapping around it again. Because like when you're making models like this, the thing that makes it look 3D is what breaks the illusion. So when you can see low poly edges, that makes it look 3D. When you see a harsh transition of lighting, that makes it look 3D, right? Like even here, I would bevel this once, and maybe even bevel that once. And like this little slotted area here, like could probably be thinner, or even just baked. And then like if you are going to show the inside there, make sure to unwrap it so that there's no like skewing and stuff. I like the attention to text and whatnot though. Let me see what the, yeah. Gloss, okay. Okay. Maybe getting some like handprints and stuff on the phone could be nice. And there's no wire. I find that odd. Is that just because it's retro but it's wireless? Or is it actually like need to be wired? Maybe it's inside the, I don't know. Either way, having text and all the little extra like user interface stuff on there is really important. Without that, you couldn't even call it near complete, you know? Oh, right. This is a year ago as well. So this looks pretty cool. And immediately, my favorite thing about this are these 2 signs. And this little panel too, but mainly these 2 signs. Just because you're in the hallway and you're immediately like, dude, if I go right, I go to the canteen, guys. I go to the canteen. It's cafeteria food over there. Probably in paste form. It's going to be gnarly gross, but whatever. Engineering goes to the left. But we all know what happens if you go to engineering. Is you usually get like a alien pop in your head from like a vent. Never a good thing. Oh man. Respio, dude. I did not catch your resub. 9 months now, man. Can we make it to 12 months? Can we? I don't know, man. And then Jones, thanks for the follow, dude. Dude and or dudette. Aliens are bad, especially aliens with heads inside their mouths. Not a cool thing. So this looks really cool. I like the design of the walls. It is very alien isolation based, which is cool. I feel like where it's missing out on alien isolation vibe is the floor. Like I feel like the floor is missing details. I could be wrong. I don't look too closely at that stuff. Let's open this in a new tab. We'll bring this over here real quick. The images. Let me just look at the floor because I could be wrong. Yeah. The floor's pretty basic. They're floating a lot of these details. I think what you could use are maybe some arrows and stuff like that on the ground. It's like more stuff telling you where to go and warning labels and yeah, so you've got a little bit, we call this signage, and signage is everything, right? Because like without signage, we have no idea how to navigate a space. think about like when you go, oh, I need to get out of this place, or I need to leave. Like most of humanity looks up for an exit sign. Designer, what's going on, man? The floor looks dangerously slippery. It does look a little slick. Yeah, sign decal pass on the ground could be good. Let's see here. I've actually just been listening to the Aliens audiobooks. Man, there's some gnarly stuff, dude. So, okay, so we're going to look at this real quick. Whoops. This is the Nostromos hallway. So you can see this is grading, but how much the wall actually comes down onto the ground. That's, there's quite a bit of detail, and yet the eye has area to rest on this grading. Gasp, you're like, oh, thank God that's a photo. I mean, it does not take much work to get to this point from here. Like, there's roughness variation, and then looking at patterns and shapes and seeing where those go. South Stands, what's going on, man? How you doing? Anyways, this is cool. I really like this. I've always wanted to do a scene like this, and I think for the most part you've... Oh, wow. Yeah, this is your kit of pieces. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think the way you approach this is really good. And it's just a matter of adding more detail and information, and then maybe taking this type of material. Let me see here. And maybe either doing like a cloth sim on this, or like some other... What is it? Marvelous. Using Marvelous could be pretty nice on those. I like this. This is cool. Oh, look at those leaves. Way better than mine. This is awesome. I like these. Oh, dude, look at that. That grass, though. Yeah, this looks cool. Plump Island. Oh, you did the CGMA course. Cool. With Huxley. I keep hearing about this guy's stories. I should do his class just to talk to him about his life. I'm sure I could learn a thing or two, right, about foliage. Dude, this is cool though. I think the only thing I would really poke at is probably like color variation, and then maybe looking at maybe bringing a little bit more life into the wood through some saturation or color. There's some moss down here, and it doesn't read. I think it's not reading because the wood is so desaturated. He's great. Yeah, I keep hearing some stories about him telling stories to his students. This is awesome, though. Well executed, in my opinion. There's a few odd shapes down here. So this is Unreal as well. Nice. Oh, snap. What do we got going on here? You always want to create a snow scene. It's so calming. This is pretty calming. Those flakes are quite large. You did this in Unreal. That's cool. Man, this is so soft and chill. I like it. I think what I would suggest is you shrink the snowflakes just a little bit, and then maybe like a cheap proxy mesh that matches the shape of the snow. Kyle, the #1 fan. What's up, man? How's it going? A Kyle in the wild. So that proxy mesh that I'm talking about would allow you to have the flakes touch the proxy mesh and then stop. And then you can either shrink them or fade their opacity. So like their lifespan. And yeah, I think that would go a long way for like where you see the snow pass through the ground. Because it could hit and then you could have it fade away within like half a second or so. This feels nice though. Yeah, folio reviews. It's folio o'clock. Anyways, this portfolio is looking pretty good. I think that, let's see how, this one is 3 months ago. This one's 4 months ago. So your quality is going up. I think make a few more scenes that are just expanding on... actually, I don't think you need these in here. This alone is freaking cool. Maybe show like how the scene is set up, or maybe some shots of the scene. A single snowman out there would be freaking cool. Again, like storytelling, right? It's like a snowman in the middle of the forest. A few footprints in the deep snow that lead to it, and then a snowman. And he's already got, like, he's got the carrot nose, but it's already got snow on it. He's been out there for a while. That carrot's definitely frozen. Yeah, I think just continuing to push your quality, because you're definitely upgrading now. Your quality is going up. It's kind of like it's curving up quickly. I like it. In that profile picture, pretty sure you might be able to beat me up on the streets there. It's got some warrior vibe to it. All right. I think, yeah, I think one more scene. And we'll show a lot of your... Because you're already showing a lot of progress, so... UK represent. Okay, I'll be right back. We're going to go to the next portfolio. Caffeine's kicking in. Feeling it. Feeling it.